Rafael from Red Sea Talk. This is pregame before the game, before the Cardinals play against the Colts. I'm here to give you guys my prediction, and then I'm going to attach to the video. I'm predicting that the Cardinals are going to upset the Colts with Jacoby Brissett because they don't know what his scheme is going to be. They don't know what kind of player he's going to be with this offense. They know what player he is, obviously, but they don't know what he's going to look like in this offense. And I'm predicting an upset. I'm predicting a 24-21 Cardinals. Go Birds. Hello everyone, Red Sea Talk. Rafael here. 4 weeks in a row of doing this. This is a 4th straight loss of us just shitting the bed. And it wasn't even offense. Offense played actually the best that they played all season without Kyler Murray, which goes to show you that maybe that it's time to go. It's time to move on to another quarterback, not Jacoby Brissett, an actual franchise quarterback. And it sucks that we have to talk about this in October. It's when you're in a football season, you're supposed to be talking. If you're a shitty team. If you're not a shitty team, you're not supposed to be talking about the draft until January or something. But the Cardinals are a shitty team. So now we get to talk about the draft on October. And the draft class, the QB draft class does not look the best. So I'm not really that excited about it. And that means that we might have to keep Kyler another year to get away from that dead cap from this year, which is close to $50 million, then it drops to below 40 the year after. So, and I know patience is not something a Cardinals fan has, and I feel like the draft class after this year will be better. So we can get on that into that later. Onto this game, shitty game. I mean, it was an exciting game to watch offensively because we actually moved the ball and we actually scored points. And we actually scored points in the 4th quarter as well. But it's like a revolving door with this team. They cannot be one unit playing well. It always has to be one side playing well and one side playing absolutely fucking horrible. And this time, it was the defense. I believe in the second half, we were switching with Indiana with, I think, touchdown, field goal, touchdown. Every drive for the 4th quarter was a score. But we let them score 2 straight touchdowns to end the game, basically. And I just had a feeling that the defense couldn't stop them because this whole game there was only one sack, 1 interception that was given back right after. But it was bad, you know. The defense, Buddha looked slow. Calais showed his age as well. He got through the line, which is sad that he's the only one getting pressure the whole game. And, yeah, I mean, the only light of the game was basically Mac Wilson and, surprisingly, Zay Jones, who stepped up pretty well today. I'd like to see if that connection would last a little longer than 1 week, and we'll see. Depending on if Kyler or Jacoby plays next week. I'm okay with Jacoby playing next week. From what I've seen today, if the offense stays the same, I think we can match up well with Green Bay's secondary with that kind of attack. There's just the offensive line will have to hold up, and I don't know if they can. But this game was. I had low expectations from the start, but the Cardinals always find a way to lower your expectations in real time. And they did that defensively, which was our strong suit. We were holding teams to under 20 points a game. And lo and behold, we let the Indianapolis Colts score 31 on us. And there was like no way that I had a feeling that we were going to win the game when I saw the production this defense was giving us. Sure, Max Millen was a little banged up. The secondary was just horrible. Mac Jones had the whole middle of the field open to him. He could take any intermediate throw he wanted. Only thing that wasn't there was basically a deep shot. But any pass that was between 10 to 15 yards, he hit it. Tyler Warren was open all the time. Caleb Downs torched us in the middle of the field. And, you know, the linebackers, I don't get why you put a linebacker on a receiver if they're not fast enough. Davis Gaither was not fast enough to guard Caleb Downs. But I'm not a defensive coordinator. If you're going to do that, you should have a blitz dialed up so you can get pressure at least, so the receiver has to get open quicker. But we didn't do that. Not too much pressure at all today. Daniel Jones was clean. He had a clean pocket. He had all the time to throw he needed. And, you know, when they needed to score, they scored like a good team does. And the Cardinals are not a good team, like I've harped on before. And it's sad to say that, and it's sad to see that we have the talent, but we just cannot put it together. You know, it's not like other teams where they're just horrible. You know, we have talent in every facet of our team. It's just, I don't know, the leaders in this team don't lead how they're supposed to, and everyone follows suits in how they do. And we just play below average. We play below expectations, and we play worse than we're supposed to. You know, they're just how bad teams play. You know, they don't have a true identity. They don't have any leaders that people can follow. And that's what the team is. All our tough guys are injured, and now we're just looking like pussies out there, defensively and last week offensively. You know, and that just goes back to coaching. That goes back to your leaders. And our biggest leader is gone, James Conner, and you see how that affects us. We can barely run the ball that much. We had a little bit of runs here and there. Michael Carter with a bad night was not bad, but it was not, you know, I believe that's not sustainable, and you believe that's not sustainable too. So if we had something to compete for, I would say trade for Michael Carter, but I don't think it's logical, because seeing how the season's going, I think we might be in the top 10 pick by how we play. But you never know. There's still a lot of season left. We're 2-4. There's nothing else to say. Just that we played a decent game. We played against a good team, and we showed up against a good team because we have the talent to be a good team, but just we're not a good team. And I wish I had all the answers. I wish you guys had the answers for me, but I can't tell you. I just can tell you that we showed up on offense and defense didn't show up. And when that happens, you have high-scoring games, and the team that has the ball last usually ends up with the win. Driving the ball, we had the ball last, and they missed a holding call, but if you're depending on a holding call to win the game, you do not deserve to win the game. You know, it was definitely a holding to me, but, you know, you're going to miss calls here and there. I bet the refs miss calls for Indiana as well. But I don't like to lean on refs depending on who's winning, who wins or who loses the game. I depend on the production on the field. And the Cardinals didn't produce on defense to get a stop that we needed. We stopped them in the first half a couple times, but we couldn't stop them in the second half. If we stopped them at least once or twice in the second half, Cardinals easily win this game, and we're 500. But now we're below 2 games below 500, and the division's only getting better, and they're just running away from us. And unless we step it up on defense and continue to play this style of offense, just chalk it up for the season. Get ready for next season and see what quarterback we have. Because I don't know if Kyle is going to be here. I don't think he should be here. I believe he deserves a different spot. I believe that we seen the peak of his powers here. He might be better somewhere else. That's usually how it is, but that's the life of a Cardinals fan. I thank you guys for watching. Next week we have Green Bay. We'll see what happens that game. I'm not that excited. I wasn't that excited this week. And, you know, it's just depressing being a Cardinals fan right now. But as long as I have you guys, I have my family, my girlfriend, I'm all good. But stay tuned. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Go Birds.
The kick is good! Man! Oh, man! Man, that shit pissed me off.